views expressed by Dr. Joel Wallach and others on the following live paid program represent opinions of the participants only and do not necessarily represent those of the ZBS Radio Network's staff, management, advertisers, or affiliates. If something is said which you find offensive or with which you disagree, the ZBS Radio Network urges you to call the program in order to help us balance comment. This program is meant to present nutritional information only and is in no way meant to replace the advice of your medical doctor.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. This is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. I am a conservative, and a lot of people say I treat them like dogs, but they do seem to get better. Now, if you have a personal health challenge you want to ask about, if you have a health challenge of a friend, a loved one, a workmate, or if you want to talk about medical politics or the home-based business opportunity, give us a call toll-free. It's 1-888-379-2552. And that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, there's a arthritis epidemic at hand here. There's 80 million baby boomers coming, and of course there's a front page story in Time magazine, cover story, Time magazine. I believe it was 2002. They were saying, "Yep," and they showed a picture of a red throbbing knee. Arthritis epidemic on the horizon. 80 million baby boomers coming. Well, that's because we all have 72 joints, and the orthopedic surgeons are just going crazy. They're happy. They're investing. They're going nutso because they know they're going to replace everybody's joints. Well, I'm urging everybody in America to give me 90 days. Do not submit to joint replacement surgery. Do not submit to back surgery. In July of 2002, in the New England Journal of Medicine, big headlined article, 300,000 subjects were talking about Harvard Medical School. They said, knee surgery for arthritis is worthless. Knee surgery for arthritis is worthless. It is still the bread and butter surgery for orthopedic surgeons because they can do 10 or 12 of them before lunch, go out and play golf all afternoon. And I can tell you some horror stories. Here's an 18-year-old kid, 7'8". This guy was going to have the basketball career of the 21st century. Really great basketball player, South Side Chicago. And he submitted to an arthroscopic surgery, not even knee replacement surgery, but arthroscopic surgery, got MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, a flesh-eating, antibiotic-resistant bacteria, fighting it for 2 months. The doctors amputated his legs. Very difficult to play professional basketball with 1.5 legs. And you can always get the surgery, but you can't always get uninfected, unsurgery, and undead. So I urge you to give me 90 days on that one, because with the Mighty 90 and the secret sauce, we can, in fact, maintain and repair. We can support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, and bone itself. So if you have osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, bone-to-bone arthritis, call me and my people, and guess what? You've got something in your side here. We can help you. Then in JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association, 4 years later, 2006, big headlines. Again, it was a study by Harvard Medical School. Surgery for sciatica, low back pain, degenerative disc disease, peripheral neuropathies, restless leg syndrome is worthless. Okay? And and so why don't you give me 90 days? Let me give you, again, the Mighty 90 and the secret sauce, and we will support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, bone itself. So if you have low back pain, if you have sciatica, restless leg syndrome, degenerative disc disease, peripheral neuropathies, burning and numbness in your feet, burning and numbness in your hips, and so on, guess what? Give me 90 days. Do not risk damage and lifetime of disability and pain and paralysis and infection and all this kind of stuff, even death, by going directly from a physical examination to discussion with your doctor and then on to surgery. Give me 90 days. You can always get the surgery if I fail you, but you can't always get unsurgery, unparalyzed, uninfected, and undead from back surgery. This is actually quite a simple thing. I want you to get a hold of the book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Get a hold of the CD, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and it's going to warn you. Just remember, this came out 4 years ago. This was a full-page article of the USA Today. They got the data from the Centers for Disease Control, the federal agency in Atlanta, Georgia, that tracks these things, and JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association. They said each year in America, medical doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their patients, aka customers, in their workplace every year. They don't even get an OSHA ticket. We're talking about 5.8 million injuries, deaths, and infections in hospitals, 9.2 million in their private practices, and they don't even get an OSHA ticket. Then, not too much longer after that, actually a year before that, 2006, there was a big article came out and said, each year in America, medical doctors, just from prescription mistakes, just from not even the side effects of the drugs, prescription mistakes. They put a decimal point incorrectly. They mix drugs they're not supposed to. The pharmacist will fill the prescription wrong. Somebody takes it wrong. We're talking about prescription mistakes cause 1.5 million deaths and injuries each year. Now, if cab drivers would do that to their customers, how many of you would take a cab? Then, in November of 2010, big article, front page, USA Today, and they say, oops, and this was an auditor for the Department of the Health and Human Services in the federal government, said that each month in America, medical doctors kill 15,000 Medicare patients in the hospital. Medical doctors kill 15,000 Medicare patients in the hospital, their workplace, every month, 180,000 a year. Nobody seems to care. So give me 90 days first. I don't care if you have arthritis, osteoporosis, osteopenia, bone-to-bone arthritis, bone spurs, if you have periodontal disease, if you have things like low back pain, sciatica, restless leg syndrome, if you have peripheral neuropathies, burning in the feet, numbness in the feet, give me 90 days. Don't go right to surgery. Please do not go right back to surgery. I'm begging you, do not go to surgery. Give me 90 days. You can always get the surgery if I fail you, but guess what? I won't fail you. Success is as predictable as gravity because we can support and promote maintenance repair. Then I want you to get a hold of the book Immortality. 10 years, Dr. Milan and I spent digging up all the information you need to know to prevent these problems so you never need to even consider choices. And if you want the short version of it, the book Immortality, get a hold of our CD, From Here to Immortality. You can listen to it in your car as you're driving around. It's kind of like being an alcoholic. If you have problems, if you're even considering surgery, call us and we'll talk you out of it. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach today, call us on the priority line at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080.